Guys, I'm Steve, and welcome back to the channel where we talk about the joys of stock market investing and long-term dividend gain. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit the subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Guys, I think I'm gonna stop buying Tesla for a little bit. I mean, just temporarily now, not permanently. I don't want to clickbait you, but it's starting to get a little frustrating along the lines of you want the stock to go down when you're buying it, but some of the games that are being played with the market, a lot of people can't interpret what's happening, but you got to be cognizant of what's going on. And it's just, the influx is just, a lot of it's just too much to bear sometimes. And I'm going to jump into it a little bit, right? Now, Thursday, everybody know about the fiasco where the market inexplicably went up, right? Now, with it going up, you had a lot of institutional investors. You had a lot of people that was jumping in, day traders and things like that, pumping the stock up. Now, as bad as the CPI numbers were supposedly, you would think the latter would happen. Instead of the market shooting up going green, we were supposed to have a drop. Now, in a video I just dropped yesterday, I said, I wouldn't be surprised the way the market is, where everything goes green, then come the next day, which is today, market flops. And what happened? We got a flop. One of the companies that flopped, and flopped big, was Tesla. Tesla dropped today 7.5% total in the market, right? Now, let's go over it. Thursday, we sat around 210 dollars a share, right? This is pre-CPI numbers. CPI was announced, Tesla shot all the way up to 226. You got these investors, these institutional investors and stuff like that, pumping the stock up. Everybody running with it, boom. You're getting all these type of questions. Now, is the market bottom? Nobody's looking at the big picture that they're going to do additional rate hikes all the way up until suspectedly September of 2023. Nobody's keeping that in mind. Everybody's jumping up and they're like, oh man, the bottom. People want relief, guys. I understand it. I want relief. You guys want relief. But these big institutional investors, they don't care. They want to make a quick profit. And today was a perfect example of that, as I predicted. Stock went all the way up to 226. Today, 7.5% drop. Boom. All the way down to 204.99 at present, right? They jump in. Now, these people are buying hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of shares of stock, right? On a growth stock, you jump on that. If they jump on that and they start to selling those stocks, they pump them up. Then they put their sell orders already in play for the next day. Soon as the market hits, soon as the bell rings, boom, they drop off. Everybody's cashing out, cashing out, cashing out. It's a quick profit. When regular investors like you and I, like standard investors, we don't have that kind of money to make those type of gains. So who gets left holding the bag? Us. A lot of people brought in when it was up at 224, 225 range yesterday. First time investors and stuff like that. And they're stuck up there. And there's no end in sight for the decline of these stocks. Tesla's more than a car company. A lot of people don't understand that. Tesla's a tech company, really. They got all these different companies. The Boring Company, Tesla, SpaceX, all of those things. And it's all technology, but people get associated with Tesla with the cars, right? Now, another thing is this. Another thing I think contributes to this drop is this Twitter drama. People, everything's up in the air. Now they talking about, I seen a story earlier today. Elon Musk is getting under Fed investigation for him buying Twitter. Like, they putting the pressure on this man to buy this deal. Now, that's all good. But the thing that I'm worrying about, me individually as an investor, just my standpoint of it is this. And I'm just speaking freely with you guys. Okay. The drama with Twitter, I think, is affecting the stock price somewhat. Right now, people know Elon moves to the beat of his own drum. And that's one of the things I like about him. He does basically, he goes by his own accord, right? He's not really ruled by the masses of, being persuaded. But I'm thinking, long term, I'm thinking this is what's going to happen. I'm thinking he's going to initially, he has his, people that are trying to help him buy this stock, right? But I think a lot of his sponsorship, like people funding him, his funding, I think a lot of them going to pull out. Especially when you hear Fed investigation. A lot of these banks and stuff like that, they don't even want to be associated with that, and these major corporations disassociate themselves from you real quick, especially when things are up in the air. They don't know if he's going to buy it or not, because, we're not the only ones seeing the news. Everybody sees the news, even people that are trying to lend money to the man, right? So you don't know if it's a high risk that some of these people are going to pull out. Some of these people that are funding him going to pull out. And in return of them funding him and pulling out, what happens? He has to jump into, sell some of his shares of Tesla. And a lot of investors, I think, are up in the air or fearful of that. So any type of negative news or if Tesla drops a couple of dollars, a lot of people are like, man, you know what? I'm sick of this. People get fed up quick and they jump off the stock. Another thing is, a lot of people are using stock. Like I said, a lot of these bigger investors and hedge funds, they're using this stock to leapfrog in some gains, jump in and jump out. So you'll see this stock it's erratic. It's always been erratic, going up and down. But one thing for sure, over time, this thing does make you money, right? So that's it. And then another thing, the recent delivery miss, and like a lot of people are speculating, is it a logistical issue or is it a demand issue? Now, me personally, from what I've seen and the way I interpret it, it's a logistical issue. They're having a problem transporting the cars, getting the cars out to the consumer. Because, the guys, they got a wait list. Tesla has a wait list. People are still buying the car. People that bought the car and just waiting to get the car. And to me, that's a small situation that can be rectified. What else? Let's go into something else. With investor disappointment. As far as investor disappointment, we're going to this. The way the economy is, these Tesla cars are expensive. And a lot of investors are saying this. Going down the line, who could afford $70,000, $80,000 cars? Especially with them raising rates. A lot of the people that are getting Tesla cars are getting them off of loans. So how long is that going to go with the Fed continually raising rates? Because they're trying to stop us and deter us from spending money and getting these loans. Why do you think they're raising them up? So how long will the longevity last with people getting Teslas? Because you got to remember, people that have money are usually smart with it. So, and they can discern wants from needs. Tesla's not a need, it's a want. So a lot of people might be like, you know what, hey man, they raised the basis points. We're gonna hold off on that Elon. We'll hold off on getting that Tesla for now. And it's one of those things. Because like I said, this thing is gonna get worse before it gets better, because the Fed is hell bent on getting this thing right or wrong, no matter if people lose jobs, no matter if people, can't get apartments or can't buy homes, because the lenders are scared now and they don't want to give loans to people with iffy credit, because they have a fear of not getting the money back. So this affects everybody. Another thing is the Chinese fiasco. When the U.S. banned, now this is just my opinion, when the U.S. banned China from getting these specific chips from NVIDIA and AMD and stuff like that, I think it put a sour taste in their mouth. I don't know what the situation is over there at the Tesla plant in China. And how the Chinese market will be influenced by what the U.S. did. They might take it out on Tesla, because EV is big in China. They might say, you know what, we don't want to buy Teslas now. The government might be like, hey man, don't buy a Tesla, buy NIO. And NIO might spike. So I'm going to be watching NIO stock, in particular, to see what happens in the variance in this upcoming economic situation that we have in the States, to see what's happening over there with China, because they might start pushing NIO like, yo, the U.S. won't support us, don't support them. You know, and like, I don't know how it is over there. I'm just making a statement, you know, because I mean, it would seem plausible. You know, you're trying to stop us from growing as a nation. Why we help you grow? Hey Neil, let's get this thing going. So you don't know, but like I said, it's just a lot of crazy stuff with this thing, guys. And you know, nothing against the stock. I like the stock. It's a demand for the cars, and I like Elon Musk and everything like that. Will I continue to buy Tesla? Yeah, but right now I'm going to hold off. And another big thing of why I'm going to hold off is this. We got earnings coming next week for Tesla. So I want to see what the numbers do. Now, with the stock falling, right? I was going to pull the trigger at 200. But being that we got earnings coming up, I think I'm going to hold off. No matter if the stock rises or falls, right? Excuse me. No matter if the stock rises or falls, hopefully the stock can continue to drop. I mean, of course, you know the stock is overvalued. I mean, everybody knows it's overvalued. Perhaps we might get a drop where it drops down to 190, 180, hell, 150. Because I'm predicting that it might go down to 150. You know, in the next coming months. So if it does that, I'll make a mass dive in and get some serious shares. You know, but yeah, I'm still hype about Tesla. I just think it's a lot of stuff, you know, that's surrounded in this Twitter deal thing. It's not helping. You know, him being in the media in a negative light, and then they throw the Fed investigation. He's being reportedly investigated, you know, for, you know, not going through with the Twitter deal or whatever it was. I'll finish reading up on it. But guys, it was just a lot of craziness today in the market. And yeah, I came in and I recorded. I recorded tonight late because I went to go see the last Halloween movie that just came out. And it was trashola. Don't go see it. But you didn't hear it from me. It was whack. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to chime in as usual. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Subscribers have been growing. I appreciate the support y'all got for me and helping this thing build, this channel build. As always, leave me a comment. Tell me what y'all think about Tesla. Y'all think Elon Musk is messing the situation up? You know, you think with him being preoccupied with Twitter is taken away from Tesla? I mean, just drop me a line and tell me what you think in the comments. And as always, I answer all my comments, whether they good or bad. Everybody got a right to their own opinion. Appreciate spending the time with me. Like, share, as always, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.